Hello Teen Wolf fans, tonight we're discussing Season 6, Episode 20, The Wolves of War, with special guest Khylin Rhambo. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV! And now, let the buzz begin!
Oh no, it's the finale! But it's not the end for you fans at home because we have Khylin Rhambo in studio with us.
Yeah.
For the after show, Mason is joining us. Thanks so much for being here.
This is like my second home. I love this place.
Oh.
Was this third time?
I think third time overall.
He's not lying. He sleeps under one of the desks in the back.
They fixed the AC, so it's nice.
It's kind of sad.
Under the desk.
Hey, they love me here, though.
we do, and we're so happy you're here. It's such a treat for the finale.
Yeah.
You guys know me. I'm Kristen Snyder at Cinematic Escape, and I have the lovely Alana Jordan.
Hey, I'm Alana Jordan. You can follow me on Twitter at Alana Jordan and on Instagram at that Alana Jordan girl.
And Ryan Malaty.
Oh, hey. Glad to be back, man. It's such an honor to be able to talk about such a great show, and for this finale, it is bittersweet. But I'm sitting here, as always, at youtube.com/AfterBuzzTV with the best fans in the world. So please like and subscribe, because who knows, we might have some more shows coming up with Teen Wolf. I mean, we'll get to that. But either way, give us a thumbs up and subscribe on iTunes. We love you guys.
And if you guys at home have a question for Khylin, we're going to have the number up on the screen so that you can call and ask questions.
I'll be so honest.
I mean, you can pretty much tell us everything now, right?
Yeah, everything.
So let's just, like, break into the secrets. Like, what did we not see in this finale that maybe you guys filmed?
Actually, you saw everything.
Really?
Everything. Yeah, because I feel like this is the last episode. Jeff was highly involved in making sure it was, what it was supposed to be. Mm-hmm. And, I think only he could finish it because he started it. And it was stayed very close to the script. It was perfect. Like, I think that it was a well thought out episode. I think they thought of it much more in advance than, they probably had it in mind, like, after 6A. So I think they just stuck with what was written.
We have an introduction of a new character.
Yeah, dude, he's
Alec.
dope. Yeah.
Sort of talking about the end of Scott's story and the beginning of his, which leads me to believe there's going to be a spin-off show.
No.
Yes, you do.
Wait, I thought you said you were going to tell us everything.
Yeah, I was saying, like, no, honestly, if there is, I'm down. Everyone knows I'm down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, there's, like, rumors and...
Well, there's also an IMDb page set up already for the spin-off, so, I mean, those things just don't go away.
Yeah, I don't know.
Look at his smile, he knows.
I have no idea.
You guys, they just gave us the number. The number to call in is 424-253-0504. Again, that's 424-253-0504. Looking forward to chatting with you. But yeah, I am super excited for the spin-off. I think that's definitely happening.
I like how they bookended this episode too. Like how they started it with him like telling the story and then wrapping
it was
up
awesome.
with,
I like how Scott was dressed too. He was dressed so cool. He was dressed like a for real alpha. Like, it was crazy.
I mean, only an alpha would rip out their eyes, would they? I'm just jumping ahead because I can't. I mean, this is the end, so we might as well just talk about whatever we want. But that was insane. I would never predicted that.
Yeah, that he would rip his eyeballs out.
I can do that. Scott's a hero in the truest sense. Like,
I gotta ask, why couldn't he
have just kept
closed his eyes and just
I
kept
feel
it
like because the Faceless is what he's called. It's like he truly gets in your head.
It's just too compelling.
Yeah, I feel like if you watch it, it's like, dude, just don't open your eyes. But I feel like in the moment, like that thing is actually there's like other stuff going on. At least when I forget. I think it was Posey who was directing, and when Mason saw the Faceless, it was like it's not just seeing it that's scary. It's like all the things that it does to you psychologically. So it's just I feel like it's gonna compel you, like you said.
I just feel like they should have come up with like some pack blindfolds.
Yeah, some.
Everybody has
Some. They did though. It started off like that.
Yeah,
it was a
everybody
great
just
idea.
wear them, and then we don't have to gouge out any eyeballs.
But then Scott was like, "Nah, I don't trust myself." So.
We have a caller, actually. Let's go ahead and take that call.
Hit it.
Caller, what's your name and where are you from?
Hey, it's Eric from South Carolina,
What's
aka
up, man?
CC Freak.
Hey, CC
Hey,
Freak.
CC Freak.
Woo! Thanks for calling in. What's your question for Khylin?
First of all, I just want to say I enjoyed watching him play as Mason these past 3 seasons. He was awesome.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
And I guess, like, my question is, what do you think you'll take from this experience of being part of such a show that's practically a legacy at this point?
Yeah, man. I think there's a lot, but I think one of the main things that like just first comes to mind is like recognizing, because it's I feel like some people it's easy to get a big head and feel like because of a show is popular, then you're popular, you're some special person. But really, I see it as this was already a successful show, and it's something that has had a positive impact on people, and I just got to jump in and just be a part of what was already going. So it just really humbled me, actually, because I know that people are fans of me because of what I'm a part of, and I just can't forget that. And I know Dylan O'Brien, even after the movies that he's done, he still knows that Teen Wolf is the reason that got him to that place. And I'm just thankful that 3 years, 3.5 years, I was filming, and people accepted me, and it was awesome. So I know it's because of this show. It's not because of myself, and I give myself credit, but also I also know where Teen Wolf definitely just did amazing things for myself in my career. So very humbled.
How could you not love him?
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. Thanks, man. That was a
Very
great
good question. Man.
Yeah,
CC
thanks,
Freak,
Eric.
shout out to you. Thanks for always being on the chat.
Yeah.
He's always just a lively
We're
voice.
gonna miss you.
Oh,
It's great,
man, I've been watching y'all from the beginning.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to miss watching y'all every week during this, but it was a great experience to be a part of it, especially when the chat became available.
Yeah.
It was real
Aw.
awesome. So
Dude,
I'll
it was
miss
great
you
talking to
guys.
you, man.
We always love hearing from you. Thanks.
Thank you very
Bye,
much.
CC Freak. We'll catch you up on Twitter.
All right. Well, I don't have Twitter, but
What?
I do have an Instagram.
What? We're just breaking our hearts over here. Well, you know what?
Kristen just had the same reaction to that she had to Scott gouging out his eyes.
Well, I'll just join the chat. I'll hit you up there.
No problem. Y'all have a good night.
All right,
man.
bye,
See you,
Eric.
I love that.
All right, so let's talk about all the different people coming together this episode. Scott sort of summarized it at the end, but it was so cool because he was like, some of these people are they're not even supernatural. They're people that are either just smart or good at fighting.
Yeah.
And I loved the team up where the sheriff basically came in and just took down the 3 cops.
He killed that. So during the screening, we were all watching it in the theater, and that was like one of the coolest scenes. That's probably my favorite scene. Because I've never seen Stilinski do something like that. Great
She was
job.
so excited she just went around. It was so badass. Lena's still not over it.
I'm not.
Good job.
That was my ninja moment.
Ninja
I'm
skills.
like, he can take down 3 guys in a hallway. I can't lift up
Yeah,
the
well, you
log
tried.
without spilling it. But
Okay, let's go ahead and take the call. Caller, what's your name? Where are you from?
I'm Shayna, and from Connecticut.
What's up, Shayna?
Hey, Shayna.
Shayna, do you have a
Hi,
question for Khylin?
I just want to say that I've been watching you guys forever, and I've always wanted to call in, and I'm going to miss you guys, and I'm going to miss seeing Khylin on the show.
Aw, Shayna.
Feels.
You're making us real sad over here, Shayna.
Sorry, but
making me
seriously,
happy.
there were times that I've just been so down and just watching the show, and you guys in the after show, it was just lifted me up.
That's awesome.
We're
awesome.
tearing up over here, Shayna. You're so sweet.
So
Thank
nice
you
to hear.
so
And-
much.
And it's fans and watchers like you who make it such a fun and lovable experience for
Yeah,
us.
it makes it worth it.
So thank you, honestly.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Thank you
No problem.
for tuning in every week. Did you have any behind-the-scenes information you wanted to ask Khylin? I mean, he's telling us secrets tonight.
I'm just so nervous. Let me think. What's something that you're like? What's the thing you're gonna miss the most about being on the show?
Man, yeah, I've had a lot of time to think about this one.
Aww.
I really like me and Sprayberry. Like we would. So when I first had my car and he didn't have one, I would drive him to set and we would like listen to music, share music, and just like talk about the scene or talk about just life, and it was awesome. And then when he got his car, I started riding with him, and then so it was just like I started listening to his music, and it was just a great experience because, you know, everyone on the show, they were actually different than myself, but I still fit in, which was awesome because that's kind of rare, you know, just that, you know, normally you fit in when people are all the same, but everyone was so different and they all fit in because of it. And so I just missed that whole energy that everyone had, and, you know, just like hanging out with Dylan, just going to work. Like, it was just a good time. Good time.
I want to ride in Dylan's car.
Yeah, no, he's crazy. He's like a really safe driver, but like he's like crazy at the same time.
Aww.
It's great.
That's so sweet.
I would trust
Shayna, those were great questions and comments. Thank you so much for calling in. Really appreciate it.
Thanks.
Have a great night. Yeah, do you want to howl with us?
Sorry, it's a small one.
No, we love it. That was great.
That was great.
Have a great night.
You too.
Thanks. Good night.
We're getting a lot of East Coast calls today. Everyone's staying up late.
They're staying up so
East Coast
late.
stayed up late.
Yeah.
So
What is it,
late
like
over
11?
there.
Full moon over
Yeah.
there, I
40.
guess, or something.
So what I really liked about this episode was the fact that I really think that they showcased everyone. Even Mason, who doesn't
Yeah.
have superpowers, like you were
Yeah.
invisible with Corey, and then you were kicking ass with the bedpan.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Used
crazy.
or not used.
I know. Dude, he was going for it. It was life or death. So like pee on the hands is just like small price
Like,
to pay.
whatever.
Yeah.
Blood, sweat, tears, and urine. in
And
this
urine.
fight.
Don't forget the urine.
Yeah,
You know what they
you're
say?
in trouble.
If you
You're
win,
in trouble. I should have said that. Oh my god.
And then I liked how we got to see Parrish when the sheriff was like, show them how to drop their weapons, and then like Parrish like
Burn.
melted the
Yeah.
weapons.
He can like focus his heat energy.
Yeah.
that was
Okay.
awesome.
dope.
Let's go ahead. Are they on the line? Okay, caller, what's your name? Where are you from?
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Johan from Florida. What's going
What's
on?
up?
Johan.
He's a regular, I'm assuming.
Love Johan.
What's up, Johan?
How's it going, guys?
Good. man.
Great, so glad to hear from you. Do you have a question for Khylin?
Yes, I do, actually. Khylin,
Yo.
actually, I got a couple questions.
Yo.
You're on the spot.
If you were the main character, what characteristic from Scott would you like to have the most?
Is like what characteristics would I personally or Mason?
Mason.
Mason. Well, I feel like they both share that like selflessness in a sense.
Right.
But I feel like his his inner strength, like that's what makes Scott Scott. That's what everyone's scared of Scott, or like he's like a force because he's just so
Right.
internally strong. So I feel like that's definitely a must if you gotta like lead a pack. So if Mason was
power
the
behind
pack,
the fear.
yeah, because
Yeah,
like
you can
he's willing to do anything. Like I feel like he's not even like the most like special fighter, but he's just willing to do whatever he has to do. So that's why he's Scott.
Inner strength.
Inner strength. That's what I
I
have.
like it.
You got another one for us, Johan?
Whoa, what did you guys think about that scene with Scott taking his eyes?
That was like,
Wow.
yo.
I did not see that coming.
What is he doing?
He's punning. He's punning his
I
life.
love it. I'm super
That
into
was
Punny
kinda-
Ryan. I'm all about it, Ryan.
Punny Ryan.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, they
Kristen's
blew it up
like,
too.
That was kind of gross.
I did like
crazy.
though that Malia afterwards was like, "Look at me," and I was like, "He
Yeah.
just gouged out his eyes. It's so awkward."
Everyone in the theater was laughing. Like, look at me.
Look at me.
He's like, I can't.
He's like, "I can't."
I'm
Are
trying.
you not
Sorry.
aware of the situation? That's literally the one thing that's at
the
hand
one
right
thing
now.
I can't do.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, I thought it was crazy. I thought it was crazy. But I thought it was very revealing of Scott, because I was like, the most I've seen him do to himself for others, which was like, it was dope. It was a good, I think, strong ending for him to show he's like worthy.
Right, yeah. It was amazing. It really was. But I don't know, man. I'm kind of I was let down with a little bit with Stiles and Lydia.
Same. I wanted them to kiss so bad. I will say though, Mason and Corey had a really sweet moment.
Yes.
We got sweet moments for everyone except for Stydia.
Oh man.
Well, we sort of got that moment where, he was like, when she was hugging Ethan, he was like, "Oh, okay, that's a bit too close." No,
but that was
Jackson.
But I mean, that was just like a comedic moment where he's like, "Okay,
But at
just
the
being a
same
little
time,
jealous."
he was being like protective of her, because I felt like there's something still with them. They did.
She's admitted that she loves him too.
Yeah,
but that's like, I'm like, come on, have. In that montage of everybody making out and being happy and looking out the window and hugging, it's like, just throw in one scene, just give us one steady, and just like, boom, in the Jeep, one kiss.
That's true.
I like how she's like, kiss him. She's like, what? She's like, kiss him. And then like Scott's just like sitting there, like he lost his eyes, but he could totally hear it. So like he knows it's coming. He's just kind of like,
no, he didn't see it.
I'll just wait for it then. Yeah.
It's like 7 minutes in.
But then I did like that we see like Stiles be surprised but not like upset. But that is a weird way that nobody at any point called him to be like, by the way, Malia and Scott are together now.
Yeah.
You're probably going to find out in an uncomfortable way, but you can't get mad because you just gouged out both his eyes.
I feel like, I feel like Stiles didn't even care though.
He was kind of busy. I mean, when he first got back, he was all like,
he was busy. That's amazing.
He's trying to be an FBI agent. Let's be real.
Well, I think it's mostly just that Scott did have eyeballs, and it's like, make out with Malia or lose your eyes forever. It's like, okay, bro code kind of goes out the window at that point when he's like, I gotta grow my eyes back.
But before that, they was definitely showering together. So
but Stiles didn't know about that.
Stiles don't know.
You don't have to break his heart.
Stiles doesn't have to know.
No.
It would have been cool if
supposed to know about that.
For a guy in the FBI, he certainly doesn't know a lot that's happening.
It would have been
Not
cool
in his inner circle.
if instead of Lydia, it was Stiles that told them to make out.
But why would Stiles tell them to make out? He has no idea about the context. It would have been like,
because no one told him.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that, Kristen. I don't know.
I just feel like that would be like him being like okay with it. I'm okay with being wrong, by the way, but that would be like
where you and I differ.
I just mean
like whenever that day comes, you know.
Jesus, let me speak. I just honestly felt like he needed to acknowledge the fact that they are together, and if he would be like the one to say, "Oh, okay, yeah, kiss her" or whatever, then that would have been him acknowledging it and being like, "I'm okay." So yeah, he didn't know about it probably until that moment, but he could have been like the second one to be like, "Okay, yeah, kiss her." You know what I mean? Like something.
I just would have liked like a moment just at the end after everything's like kind of calmed down, where he's just like talking to Lydia and is like, "So Malia and Scott, right? That's weird, huh?" And she's like, "Yeah, but you know, you're not alone." And then they make out, and I'm just like, "Boom, everyone's happy." That's exactly word for word. I should be a writer and be like, "Yo, bro, let's make out."
I think, though, that we can all be happy, and it may be acknowledged in the spinoff. So don't give up your hopes yet, guys. Johan, it's always so great to hear from you. Can we get a howl?
One last time. You ready?
Yeah, one last time.
Ready?
We're ready.
Yes.
Thank
We
you,
love you,
Johan.
Johan.
We love you. Bye.
Love you guys too. Have a great night.
You too.
Thank you very much.
Oh my gosh, I love everyone who's calling.
I know,
We've been
such
talking to them
fans.
for literally how many years have this show been on? I don't even know. Years.
Johan had my back in that epic is Theo evil debate way back when that
That's
now
hilarious.
has completely turned around because we saw in this episode Theo taking Gabe's pain.
That was dope.
I love right before that also he was sort of coming around because he had that conversation with Liam, and he was like, look, I'm not going to die for you, but Liam is like, well, I'll fight with you, but I'm not going to die for you either. And then, we see him, like you said, take Gabe's pain, but I thought he was going to
get in the elevator, and then things go down.
I thought he was going to possibly give Gabe the bite. Did you guys think that at all?
No.
You know, being the last episode and the potential for a spin-off, I figured that could be a possibility, you know, to give a new generation, you know, a clean slate. But we have, was it Alec?
Right.
Yeah,
Kinda
Alec.
filling that role, that purpose.
Well, the only thing that kind of pissed me off with that scene was when he was trying to take your pain a couple episodes back, and he couldn't do it because he didn't care. And I'm like, Gabe's been a dick the whole time. Like, you could take Gabe's
Of course
pain, but
he
not
cared
Mason.
about that guy.
I feel like
come on.
maybe it was just like the setup to him finally caring. Maybe
It was definitely, but at the same time, I was like, dick move to Mason.
totally. 'Cause he did bash my head in. And like, he knocked Mason out, and they've been through some stuff. Like, it's bad.
But Gabe, I'm like, you just survived 5 bullets to the chest up
like
until this point. Like,
he did
you're
so much
still a
damage.
fighter.
He did so much damage to people.
Yeah.
But I like to see, just like Peter came full circle, I like to see that Theo came full circle. And
Yeah,
at one
of
point in
course.
time, Deucalion was bad. But it was so sad to see
dying.
Emery's character, Deucalion, die.
Yeah.
That
Dude, he
was so
died like right
At
there.
the
like, in
beginning.
He
He died, he died like if it was a horror movie, like
everyone-
opening credits.
Everyone else healed. Why did he have to die?
He just got lit up. Like, it just-
Yeah, he just got like a billion bullets.
We have another caller. Let's go ahead and take the call.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes. Caller, what's your name? Where are you from?
It's Alicia and Billie Jean Girl from 24.
Hey, Billie
Billie
Jean.
Girl.
Do you have a question for Khylin?
What was like the most saddest part of shooting the last episode?
It was when everyone like realized that it was over, like when you finish your final scene and like everyone claps, and you know, like Tyler finished his final scene, and he did like a whole speech and everything, and it was just crazy because you just look around in this place that like has been like your home, because like you'll do 14 16-hour days, and then you realize like it's like gonna be gone in like a couple weeks. So I think it was just like that moment when everyone was like clapping and everyone was like just recognizing that this is the final moments that we're gonna share, like creating the show together. So yeah, after it was just like once everything was done, and like pack up the cameras. Oh, dude, that sucks.
What did he say in his speech? Can you tell us anything?
No, it was like so spur of the moment. Like I don't even think he wanted to talk.
Aww.
And then like, you know, he stopped and he was like tearing up, but you know, of course it was just like, you know, I love you guys, and you know, he's been here since day one, and you know, I feel like it was just like hitting him while he was talking. You know, so it was just like, yeah.
I was like getting into it in my head. I was like seeing it all happen.
Yeah, he was like standing up on the table.
Aww. That's so sad.
It was pretty sad.
I like to picture it as like the speech from Independence Day. That's how I'm gonna.
I wish I saw it.
With a megaphone, and he's just like, "We're gonna survive."
That's kind of how it felt like that a little bit. Yeah, because it was like we're all good eventually. Like that was something that he was saying. Like, you know, it's not over. We're all gonna be okay, kind of thing.
Aww, that's so sweet. Ellison, thanks so much for calling in and all your support over the years and being in the chat. We love hearing from you. Thank you so much. Do you want to give us a howl?
Okay.
I'm like a dog.
Thanks so much for calling in. Have a great night.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Speaking of Allison, too.
Oh my god.
Friggin' Void Stiles coming back, like smack talking Scott about Allison.
Okay, I'm guessing they tried to get Allison and couldn't because
I thought
that would
she
have been
definitely,
amazing.
if she had come back, then been like, Scott, you let me die. All of us would have been like,
we all would have died.
Oh, that would be
freaking out,
Yeah.
Just
That's-
Allison like
that-
standing
no,
in the
no, 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 no.
library.
That
That's when
would've-
you would gouge out your eyes.
Exactly. Like if that would have happened, that would have been so much more of a reason to gouge out your eyes.
Yeah.
It's like if Allison is like right there. and you
Just
can, like,
take one
feel-
last
yeah.
look, and you can see him start to
Yeah,
open and just like
gouge
rip
it
out his eyes.
Oh.
I like that ending.
Yeah.
I think we just rewrote that. Sorry, Jeff.
I
Yeah.
did, however, like that Gerard finally got his at the end
Yeah, okay,
at
what?
the hands of another Argent.
Tell me why he wanted to kill Kate.
Because
Why?
he wants to kill all creatures, and even though Kate is
His
daughter,
daughter?
she's a creature.
Yeah.
But that's why I wanted him to get turned. I wanted him to just be like
Woo!
I wanted him to
yeah.
get turned and then have to deal with like self-loathing.
But that would just
For
give him more
forever.
power, and like we don't want to deal with him in the future.
But then it's like, but then all of his people could turn on him, being like, you said we need to fight all these creatures. You're this creature.
Yeah.
Now we're all going to stab you Caesar style.
Getting a little Shakespearean on us, Elena.
There was some Shakespeare in this.
There was some
episode.
Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Dogs
Cry
of
havoc
war.
and let slip the dogs of war.
So like we didn't get to see the end of Gerard, like so that could totally happen in the
Yeah.
spinoff.
It's yeah, he
probably
could
could've just,
technically
like,
be
got
turned.
Cut up a little bit.
We have another caller. Okay, let's go ahead and take it. Caller, what's your name? Where are you from?
Kalante from Florida.
Kalante.
What up?
What's going on?
Florida.
Hi.
Hi.
Wait, before I start, I have something to say.
Okay.
Say it.
Ryan, I loved you in Reality High on Netflix. Me and my sister watch it.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. One of these, one of those. Thank you so much for watching. I
Dope.
appreciate it.
That is so sweet.
I gotta watch it now.
Yeah, check it out. I play
What's it called? What's it called?
Reality.
It's called
hashtag
Reality
High.
Hashtag. I think
It's
it's
on
on.
Netflix.
Yeah, I think I've
Yeah,
seen
It's like
the-
on the main page.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
the first thing that
And
pops
so
up.
you can
watch
see
it.
Ryan's
Nice,
muscles
nice.
pointing to the beach.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Know what I'm saying?
That's great.
so
Great.
sweet,
Hope you gave it a
Kalante.
thumbs up. You know? Thank you. How about,
You're welcome.
Do you have anything
Any
for Khylin? Or?
Teen Wolf questions for the finale?
I love the finale. There was a couple things like I was sad Gabe died, but then I wasn't.
Yeah.
And then the Scalia kiss just had me screaming all over the place.
Oh,
Yeah.
Scott and Malia.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was screaming in a good way or like a I hate this way.
Like screaming in a good way. I was
Okay.
happy, and then I finally got my Maury kiss. I was happy about
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
And then the
yeah.
only thing I wanted was some more Stadia. That was it.
Yes.
Yeah, everyone
Yeah.
wants that, but maybe in like a parallel universe.
Throw him in the montage. Montage.
No, I want a Stadia spinoff. Let's just give me a Stadia spinoff.
That'd be crazy.
That would be awesome.
That'd be dope.
And it's just called My Girlfriend Yells at Me. And it's about the Banshee.
That's good.
That's perfect.
That's pretty good.
I'd watch it.
An FBI agent and a Banshee. They're quirky happenstances.
like
It's almost
like a 70s
Scooby-Doo.
sitcom style.
Yeah.
They're like solving mysteries. There could be a monster of the week.
One's a detective, the other's a banshee. Just like,
Okay,
What?
Kalante, do you have any other questions? I gotta cut off my host.
Khylin, do you have any future projects coming up?
The spin-off, which you can't talk about.
Yes.
that'd be crazy. Of course, if that happens, I'm down. I'm there. But
I'm down too.
Yeah, no, right now I just gotta stay auditioning and just like find the right part and yeah, definitely stuff is in the works. Plan on being on the screen pretty soon.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
I can't wait to see you on my screen. Just put it that
Thank
way.
you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Kalante.
oh, wait, isn't he on your screen?
Right now?
Now?
What? Actually,
Oh wait,
you know,
dang, I forgot.
you know what?
It
Now's a good
happened.
time for a screenshot. Let's do it.
Damn. Oh wait.
Yeah.
There it is.
Got it? All right.
I didn't know which camera to look in, so I was
I
like,
think they'll do the wide for that.
I don't know.
I didn't totally look that way.
Kalante, thank you so much for all your support and calling in. It's been a pleasure talking to you. And have a great night. Do you want to howl with us?
You too. Of course.
Oh.
1, 2,
Yeah, we're ready.
3.
Oh.
Oh.
Nice.
Love you guys. Love you, Khylin.
Love you too.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Oh, how about that love? It's so good.
Oh, I love it. These people. Okay, so we have to talk about Stiles and Derek being back. How great was that little scene where Stiles pretends that he like saved Derek and it was totally the other way around?
Yeah,
I loved that.
That's amazing. Everyone loved that.
Anytime that Stiles is in the episode too, you get like that good comedic break, and so that was a really good scene that they and his poor obliterated toe.
I feel like that's terrible. I just almost burped in the mic.
But he didn't.
Thanks for turning that way, my friend.
Oh, man. I feel like the writers have like used Stiles as like a outlet to put all their comedic energy into, and it was cool. Like even Mason had a little trickle of that.
Definitely,
it was nice. I loved playing that. But yeah, that was one of my favorite. Yeah, that's what I'm like a young Stiles. That's what Mason is.
Yeah.
But I really like that story thing. Like. I love when they do little things like that. It kind of makes you forget that you're watching a really like dark show.
The only thing was that's one hell of an introduction too. Stiles comes back like your friend's about to get shot and he just hits him with a Jeep and he's like,
that was amazing.
That was hardcore.
But for how much guilt he felt about killing that one person a couple seasons back, I was like, he was very nonchalantly running that guy over.
That's true.
He's like, it's wartime now, but
maybe they didn't die. It was just a little injury, probably.
But
little hit.
like, I'm really imagine running someone over like that, though. The way he did it, and he like stopped immediately, so like the impact was just.
I'm like trying to defend him over here. Come on.
I feel like you're allowed to mow somebody down in your Jeep if you have a witty retort immediately after.
Yeah. He was probably thinking of it along the way to like justify.
He's like, boom.
Yeah.
I
didn't
just
think
like...
you were gonna do this without me, did you? I brought Derek in my Jeep.
Yeah, it was
like, we already had your Jeep, and he's like, I took it back. It's a lot of
true.
Yeah.
It was just good to see the bromance back. Like, everyone loved all the Stiles and Derek's moments that we had in the past, so it was nice to see our bromance Derek back in action.
Yeah.
And hopefully, if there's a spin-off, we still get some of the old characters as well.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'm sure that maybe they'd come in once in a while, but it'll probably really be about, like, Mason and Liam and Alec.
I never got to work with Alec. I saw him at the end, like, the screening, which was cool. He's a cool kid. I wish I was as cool as him.
Aww.
Like, that young. He's like, what is he, 18, I think?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's gotta be cool, too, to be like, hey, man, this huge, epic, successful show, you're being brought in.
On, like right
the
now,
finale is bookended with you.
Yeah.
Well, the only way that makes sense is if there really is this spinoff. So that's why I think it's absolutely happening. And MTV needs it. I mean, what other scripted show do they have that has succeeded? And I mean, they just love Teen Wolf. Everybody does.
Everybody
so
loves Teen Wolf.
It's gotta
come back. They got Teen Mom for a while. So.
Which is basically Teen Wolf.
But Teen Mom is not Teen Wolf. Unless she birthed some puppies and I'm not watching, dadgummit.
I'd probably watch.
I like seeing
if somebody was birthed. Ew. Yeah.
Mama McCall and Nolan teaming up, taking back the hospital.
Good job, Nolan.
I was so worried when the Nucate like froze everyone, froze Ethan, froze Jackson, who used his tail earlier in the episode to like get out. That was crazy.
Where did that tail come
that
from?
security guard was an idiot.
It's like an elephant trunk, his tail.
Yeah, where he like picked up the keys with it.
Yeah.
I'm like, that has to be convenient. All I was thinking was like, oh man, like if you're sitting at home and the remote is just like right over there.
Yeah, of course you're using your
like,
tail.
Boom, remote,
I was surprised
click,
you hadn't
next.
seen that. I'd be using that thing all the time.
I think that was season
and Ethan
2.
and Lydia talking about how it was gross. I was like, y'all shush. You know that whenever you want a beer from the fridge and you don't want to get up, that tail is super convenient. It's
I'm
not gross
imagining
then.
though, like, imagine if the tail, like, when it comes out, it's like feeling like you're pooping. Like
That-
every time it comes out.
Pooping
So
a
it's like,
tail?
Yeah. So it's like that muscle.
Depending on the poop.
Would you use it that often?
Depending on the poop.
I wouldn't use it that often. If
Some
that's what it felt
poops are amazing.
That's true.
Whoa,
Like, do you want to do
really fun.
All right, do you want to feel that
duke it
sensation
out?
right now, like as you grab something?
I
like,
need
in
to
front
take
of
back
you?
this show right
Poop
now.
battle, they're duking it out.
Give it back. Kristen,
Literally.
who's the show brought to us by?
Look, the thing is, if you are constantly pooping a tail, you need some severe medical attention.
It's true.
You need to go see a really good doctor, or you could just watch The Good Doctor.
Instead of a good doctor, what about the
Good Doctor
Doctor?
on ABC. Coming Monday nights this fall, brand new show called The Good Doctor. It's the story of a young man with autism. He's a savant syndrome named Sean Murphy, who becomes a surgical resident at this prestigious hospital, and he's like exhibiting all these genius level skills, and he's capable of seeing things like nobody can. kind of like Scott when he ripped out his eye. Not really like that.
Queen
at all,
of the
but,
segues, I swear.
You know. Basically,
The Good Doctor.
It's a good show. Yeah, it's he's alone in the world. He's unable to personally connect with anybody around him, so he uses his remarkable medical gifts to save lives, challenge the skepticism of his colleagues, and it adds a completely new dimension to the genre because of his medical condition and everything. So it comes from the producing team of David Shore, the man behind the hit drama House, as well as Daniel Day Kim, who previously starred on Lost. And the series stars Freddie Highmore, who was Norman Bates on Bates Motel.
There you go.
He plays Dr. Sean Murphy.
The Good Doctor.
The Good Doctor.
The Good Doctor. Just
yeah.
a Good Doctor.
The Good Doctor. And
Cool.
it's a great cast too. Richard Schiff from West Wing, Hal Harper from CSI and Homeland ran out this diverse and exceptional cast, and it's one of the most anticipated series of the new fall season. So even though we're sad Teen Wolf is ending, you can check out a brand new show, The Good Doctor, premiering on ABC with new episodes Monday nights at 10 p.m. at 9 p.m. Central after Dancing with the Stars.
Ooh.
Excellent. Back to poop talk.
No! I want to talk about the Kenema Jackson, like, I think it was season 2. There was this, like, amazing rave episode. And I don't know if you guys remember it. Do you remember the rave
Wasn't
episode?
everyone like paralyzed?
Yes, everyone was paralyzed, and it was like glow in the dark. It was incredible.
Yeah, I do remember that one.
I love that. So just seeing Jackson like took me back to that season and that episode, and it was really nice. Like seeing the Duroc.
The Jumanji?
Jennifer Blake played the Duroc.
Yeah.
And
I don't
she
know
came
what
back
that is.
and like froze Derek. But like it was the worst moment because like it was when the Anukate was done using her voice and he was like, "Open your eyes," you know what I mean? I'm like, Derek, really? Like you knew that wasn't her at that point.
But it's like it's what you were saying before. It's like the fear, like it gets in your head. Like I mean, and he also
that was the
knows that
part,
she's
though.
dead. Yeah, it's
That
like
was the part where I was like, why'd you do that,
Yeah.
bro? Like, you kn- yeah, I thought the same thing.
Clearly
Like, you
not
know
her.
that's not her.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
Nah, but that's when I was like, oh yeah, it's like in your head.
The
that's
tension.
why. Yeah, that's why you have to gouge out your eyes and you just open them. There's nothing you can do about it.
But I loved the Duroc in that season as well. So it was like nice to see all these characters come back, and it reminded me of past seasons.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, like we got to see everyone use their powers like very epically. Like I felt like Lydia busting through that door.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like I really liked that they
liked
they
that
made
scene a
everyone
lot.
sort of look like a badass
Definitely.
and like really own up to who they were. And Scott gouging out his eyes, it's like beyond me.
Seeing everybody kick ass in this episode was really cool.
Yeah, and Void Stiles was like taking it back to that
Yeah,
season.
everyone-
That was
Yeah.
like amazing. So it's
Everyone
like
did that.
little Easter eggs and winks
Yeah,
at the
definitely.
crowd, which
Yes,
I
we
absolutely
can 'em up.
loved.
Nice.
How long you been holding on to that one?
Nice.
You're welcome.
Good.
So I thought that Scott was gonna be Dunzo whenever he got the yellow bullet, the
Yeah.
yellow wolfsbane, and then Derek just happened to know you had to burn that out of his chest.
Oh, I just love
Do
his
you remember-
reaction. Yo,
You're gonna
totally
die.
gonna die. He's like,
You're gonna die.
he's like, what?
It's a commercial. That's I was
You're gonna
like,
die.
It's like watch. I love the '90s. I was like, what?
What'd you say?
What?
He was such a bro about it. Like,
Yeah.
you're gonna die.
Yo, bro,
That's terrible.
your toe's gonna die. See if I wrote it.
Your toe's gonna
But he
die,
saves
right?
the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Which
like-
I have got to say also, props to the science teachers for keeping everything stocked because they are constantly
Yeah.
using all of their supplies for non-science class related
Good
things.
point.
This faculty comes in like, wow, another
Like,
blowtorch?
jeez, all of our Bunsen burners are gone.
Well,
There's no propane in any of the torches.
yeah. The Nukate using their voices though, I didn't anticipate that,
Yeah.
and I don't think they did either because they didn't talk about, hey, if you hear someone that sounds like
Yeah,
me,
no.
it's not gonna be me.
Yeah, no.
So-
Yeah.
Exactly.
But when it was pretty obvious whenever all they said would be, look at me.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Say anything else. Like, take
Except
us back
for poor
to that
Jackson.
time.
Jackson's I could actually get where he's like,
like, "I'm over
hey,
here."
we got lost. But also, when you know you're about to close your eyes, like, link up. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wizard of Oz style.
Right.
Like, and also, like, you got very, very lost. One of you was in a classroom.
You got very lost.
Very short amount of time. You've
wow.
separated.
They were looking for it, I think, right?
Yeah, I
Just
think
like
so.
just running around.
They just
Well, don't look for it because that's how
Yeah,
you
let it
die.
find you.
it's
That's
coming
what it
for
said.
you.
gouge your eyes out and you don't have to look for anything ever again.
Exactly, be like Scott.
So I'm guessing since they were supernatural, that's why they didn't, like, the dust didn't fall to the ground. It just froze them. Like, before, whenever we saw people look at the Nukete, it literally killed them, and then the dust, like, fell to the floor. But didn't do that.
Yeah, because
for the
humans
supernatural.
aren't as strong as the supernatural thing.
Yeah.
So it's, I
I
think
think
that's,
that they
that's what
thought it was going to kill them, though.
It was going to slowly, and if they had stayed in there for too long, it would kill them.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it.
It's like a cocoon.
Can we talk about Coach showing
Oh,
up?
yeah.
Yay! I love Orny Adams. He's
Like,
so funny.
what?
He's like, I feel like he's known about the supernaturals the whole time. But
Oh,
like,
100%.
Just doesn't care.
Yeah.
Just does not care.
No.
And, like, who else that's human would come out of the woodwork, literally, and just, like, kill people?
Yeah.
Right? Like a
Coach.
madman.
Coach.
Yeah, it was perfect.
And then walk back into his office.
Where he
Like
apparently
nothing
sleeps.
happened.
I like
Yeah.
that all of this was going down too. Like apparently, like this Anukate came in and like froze Jackson and Ethan, and Coach is
Coach
just
is
chilling in his
chilling.
office.
He's
Like,
chilling.
well,
Napping.
Like,
I've
they
got
just
this
better not come over
lacrosse stick.
here.
If anything goes down,
Yeah.
I guess I'll just kick some ass with that.
And then he casually did it and went
Yeah.
back to his day.
And then it's like, I am a really good coach. You're right.
Yeah.
That was definitely one of my favorite
Yeah,
scenes.
definitely.
I just loved how they brought everyone in. It just made so much sense to me. And then we had some amazing music, and I wanted to say again that Laura Webb and
Yeah, she
Dino
does her
Minigan, they just released the music and
Yeah.
the soundtrack.
Yeah. I saw
So
that.
you can actually buy those. And Lena and I see on her paper and my
Yeah.
paper on the corners, we write down all the songs. 'Cause
I
we
loved
love
that
Pretty good.
Vogue Hiding was the song that came up when you guys
Yes.
turned invisible. I was like,
oh,
look
I
at
didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's a song called
Nice.
Hiding. I was like,
She's doing
clever
her
as
thing.
hell.
Amazing.
Clever.
Clever girl.
Clever girl.
So,
Is there any? There's this Teen Wolf soundtrack that came out.
yeah. Dino Menigan, he does. He came in actually a couple seasons and spoke to us. He does all like the sounds and the composing of the songs that.
Oh, nice.
Because
Aren't
some are
bought.
original and then
Right.
some are bought.
Yep, Dino does the original score, and then Laura will find the tracks, and she also came in. She's amazing. So I love that scene whenever Monroe's like, "Hello, will someone please tell me what's going on?" And Liam takes it and he goes,
You took
It's
an L.
so amazing. But apparently, Monroe's out there with
out.
thousands of people, and she's like, obviously, that is a setup now for like the spin-off, right? Because there's already
She made like a new age fight club for supernaturals almost.
Yeah.
Because like it's spread quick.
But it's like the first rule of New Age Fight Club is tell everyone you know
Yeah.
and all of your friends.
Yeah,
as much
exactly
people
what it
who could
is.
know as possible.
Tell everyone. That's awesome.
Tweet about it.
But I like that more people know their secret now, and they
Yeah.
have more people to protect them,
Yeah.
you know,
and
that
more-
are human.
Yeah, and more
in the
people to
town.
hate them too, I think.
Yeah, probably.
That's why it is just such a good setup. That's why I just want more. Just more too. This is the
Yeah.
perfect. It's the perfect way to segue into something that you're like,
Definitely.
we have an established enemy that
They
isn't
set
an
it
Argent.
up very well.
I want Mason to like learn how to fight. Like if there's a spin-off, like
Yeah.
he's like been training to fight. Like Liam's like, dude, you can't. Like I need to be like feel okay if anything goes down. So like he teaches
I
Mason.
agree.
That'd be
Like,
dope.
what kind of fighting style do you want him to learn?
Something like
Some
with
jujitsu.
weapons. I
some,
feel like because he couldn't
taekwondo.
punching a werewolf would be the dumbest thing. He could do.
Yeah, you just break your hand.
Yeah,
So
like,
you're not punching.
I feel like maybe like because he uses a bat, like maybe he can.
Yeah. Or a
know how-
bedpan.
Or bat. See, he always uses things. I feel like if Mason had a staff, but that'd be too much. That'd be extra.
You like walk
That'd be
around.
too
Hey,
much.
Yo, I'm ready.
Like Daredevil staff. Like,
Mason
Yeah.
brings his
Comes out.
staff to class, and they're like, "We're gonna need you to put that down.
like,
We're
but
taking a
I
pop
need,
quiz
I need
thing."
This. I'm doing this for you guys.
Superpower. No, I would absolutely love that. We got another Argent and Melissa McCall kiss scene.
Yes.
So I guess that's happening.
Yeah, it's gonna get busy.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, we have time to watch them make out, but not
No.
Stydia. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh no, man.
There's always more time for kissing.
Yeah.
How about that epic walk off though? Whenever the
Yeah,
whole
slow
pack
motion.
shows up
That's
and
pretty
Yeah,
cool.
that
everybody's
was-
walking off.
was very
Walking into
appropriate.
the
Slow
night.
motion walks are the worst to film because
Tell
like
us about that scene.
I remember like I did one and it was like because when you walk in normal life, you're just getting to a place. You're not stepping and like moving your arm. You're not thinking of that. But like when you're like way back and the camera's here and they're like, all right, just walk, action. And you feel like you gotta walk in slow motion, but it's not in slow motion. Like, so you have to walk normal, but it's the weirdest normal walk you'll ever do in your life. I don't know, like I saw Reservoir Dogs, and then now I really appreciate that scene, because there's no way I'd be able to do that and not feel like an idiot.
So do they make you walk differently?
They just want me to walk, and I, for some reason, just couldn't. Like, I was thinking about it. Like, I was taking
swagger.
steps. Yeah, like, and I was also like, how did Mason walk? Like, it's just like, I should have just, it was bad. Like, I was off that night. And then I saw it and I was like, oh, it works, because Mason's, he's like an awkward kid.
And then the pan up to the full moon.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
and then they
like that.
Yeah, that was a good scene. I really wish I got to work with...
The bed pan up?
The bed pan up.
I wish I got to work with, what's his name? The kid who played Alec. I just met him.
Oh, I don't know his actor name, do you?
Actor name. I
think the chat will tell us.
They will.
They'll know.
They know everything.
The chat knows all.
Yeah, he's cool though.
We have a host on the table that knows everything.
I know, I got a computer. Give me a second.
So
Ryan is our Jeeves. We ask him.
For our last few minutes,
Yes.
I just want to talk to you,
Yeah.
Khylin.
Yes.
Do a little exclusive,
Yeah.
some questions, just host to special guest
Yes.
segment.
Yes.
Oh man, I feel like there's so much I want to ask and so much I want to know, and I'm just so sad that it's all over.
What would you say to, because I know a lot of the fans who watch the show are aspiring creatives, what would you say to people who maybe don't even know where to get started, but just know that it's something that they want to do?
Okay, yeah. If it's something that you really want to do, because it's it just gives you this internal satisfaction. Like, as trying not to sound as like weird or pretentious or anything, I really feel like when you do something that is truly like inside of you and you're expressing yourself, the universe responds to that. People do. If the universe is, that's a weird word for you, like people will respond, because they'll see it and it'll stand out because it comes from a real place. So regardless of how to start or thinking of like, the 1, 2, 3 steps, I would say focus on your ideas, focus on your dreams, and focus on how you can make those better and how you can, bring them out. And the other stuff, it actually just comes. You'll meet people, or an opportunity will come, and you'll be prepared for it. And life just happens when you're thinking about those things. So I feel like, that's what happened to me. I couldn't tell you this is how you get to this place. It's not it doesn't go like that by steps or anything. It's really staying true to yourself and just trusting that really works, and not giving up, because that is the thing, because you'll be so tempted to give up all the time.
I think I've given up a couple times, but I always come back.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. That's the thing. It's not. That's when you really don't give up. But some people don't. Some people don't come back, which is, that's why I think it's like a very risky thing to do. And I even remind myself, because, there's things that I've wanted to give up on. Not even just acting, but just certain things in life that I wanted to get to, but I've just given up on it, and that's, never the way.
No, I thought of what I wanted to ask.
Nice.
That was a good question. I want to talk about, I know we're talking about the end, but I want to talk about the first scene that you ever shot on T-Mobile.
Okay, yeah.
Take us back.
All right, so like, I remember, it didn't hit me like what I was signing up for, because I knew that the show was popular, and I was excited for that, Dylan O'Brien and Tyler Posey, and like, I knew Dylan Sprayberry too, so I knew he was going to be on the show, so I was like, thought it was going to be very comfortable. And I was initially, like, in my head, as I was driving there, I was like, this is gonna be great. Like, I'm excited. And I remember putting on this teal hoodie, and I did not like it. I don't know. I did not like it.
I love this.
It went like down to here, and I was just like, oh no, this is how Mason's gonna dress? Like, all right, well, this is Mason, so like, whatever. And then I saw Dylan. Oh man, that was crazy. So yeah, I saw Dylan, it was awesome. And then when we started to film, like, okay, so I in my head, I prepared this scene. I was ready for this scene. But when they said action, all my preparation was just like, it didn't happen. And I was like, what? Khylin, stop. Like, in my head, I was like, stop being bad right now. Like, be a good actor right now. And it wasn't that bad either. Like, people like, you know, that's just in my head that was going on. But like, I would slip up an easy line. I remember I like walked down the stairs and they were like saying something like going to the movies or something. And no, watching a movie at my place. And I just messed up completely. And I was like, dude, I'm about to get fired. But no, I like brought it back together. And it was awesome though. Like after that, after I got into the rhythm of things and, you know, everyone was just so cool. Like, I remember Dylan O'Brien remembered my name. And, like, I met him the day before. And I was just like, hey, what's up? My name's Kyle. And he was like, hey, Dylan, good to meet you. And, you know, if you meet someone for the first time, it's rare that they, like, will retain that. Definitely. And then, like, a whole day will pass. And I was like, oh, these people are genuine. So I was, like, very comfortable after that little screw up first scene.
I'm glad that you admit that because I always feel like that when I'm going in to do something new. I don't really act, but whatever it is, it's like I feel I'm really prepared and I'm ready, but I always mess it up. It's just, at least for a minute or two.
I feel like it's when I think everything hit me once I realized it was like it was a big set. Like there was so many people around watching me, and I was like, oh man, this is Teen Wolf.
Aww. Ryan, do you or the chat have any last questions for Khylin?
I do. And, you know, as an actor, I've been asked this before, and it's always hard to answer, but it's obligatory. What is your dream role? Like, when you picture your career in the future, going down the road, you know, where do you see yourself, like, you know?
Like something
that if they're like, yo, Khylin, whatever you want, man, whatever
writing the script.
Yeah, we're writing it around you. Like, what do you want? You want to be the new Indiana Jones? Do you want to be like
I got you.
Something different?
Yeah,
What's
like, okay, because when I first started acting, I had no idea what I was capable of. I didn't know if I was a good actor. I never classified myself as a good actor or bad actor, but you know, once I played this really corny character, and it was cool. You know, I was able to do it, and then I played a character that was in the military, and that was cool. And then I played a gay character on Teen Wolf, and then I just realized, like, what else can I do? Like, I want to keep this up. I want to, just because it's fun. It's not even just because, like, a strategic thing, and it might be for other actors, but I just want to see what else I can do. And one of the things that I really, like, enjoy is I've played so many light characters. I've played so many, like, happy-go-lucky characters. And I would really want to play like a darker character, like someone like that is you know, like American Psycho.
I'm taking it real dark in here.
Yeah, no, seriously.
That'd be cool.
I just want to do that just as an actor because I saw Dylan. I don't know why it was such a memorable thing, but like when he was like fighting Scott. Not to say I want to do something that gruesome, but Dylan is not like that, and he really turned into something else. And it's doing that. It's as an actor, it's one of the most satisfying things to just truly like discard yourself, and you're in a whole nother thing. And I want to do that in like a darker tone, maybe like a
see Void Mason.
Void Mason would be sick.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, because I could go there. Like I would go there just for fun, just to like see. Yeah.
I'd be so scared that I would actually lose myself. If I started doing things, I am scared about that. Like if you start doing things that aren't your actual self, I think obviously professional actors, I think that they do their jobs for a good reason because they're capable of that. Someone like me, I don't think I'm capable of that. Like I think I would lose a little bit of myself.
Honestly, it's weird. The way that happened for me, I was doing an acting class, and it was a character that was kind of like that, but he was really sad, and he would go through like bipolar, so we'd go through like so many different emotions, and I would do that outside of the class just to practice it. And my practice, I really feel like you wire things in your brain to where it just will start doing that automatically. So it feels like you can't get out of it, but I feel like it's just my brain, just like it's just doing what I was training it to do, but it's like autonomous now. And that can work for an actor, but then not knowing how to turn that off, that's weird.
Scary.
So I felt that in a minute. Like I was dreaming the dreams of my character. And I was like, whoa, I feel how people can do that. But I'm not a method actor or anything, so I feel like that's a possibility to lose
Definitely.
yourself.
I'm not even gonna try.
Yeah, don't
I'm
try.
just
Don't
I'm
try.
just gonna be all the happy characters
Yeah.
in Teemo, because there's plenty of those.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play all the ones that fall in love.
We love you just the way you are.
Thanks.
Even though I am
Terrible.
sad that this is the last episode ever, we have to say bye to everybody for the last
I don't know how to
time.
do that. They've had a sign up there for like 10 minutes that said please wrap, and I just haven't done it. Sorry,
They're playing music.
We love you guys
They're
so
playing us out.
much.
They're
We're
playing
sad
us
that
out.
you're...
Kristen,
You guys can follow me, Kristen Snyder, at Cinematic Escape. I hope you do. It's been a fun ride. I'm really gonna miss you, and you can follow me there, and we can continue our journey. Lena, where can we follow you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at Alana Jordan, ALANAJORDAN, and on Instagram at that Alana Jordan girl. And you can catch me back here on AfterBuzz doing some other after shows like American Horror Story and some other stuff on Popcorn Talk Network. And follow me on all this stuff, and I'll talk about it on Instagrams and whatnot.
Kylan, where can we follow you if we aren't already?
you can follow me on Instagram at Khylin Rhambo. Instagram, and then Twitter is Rhambo, I think. But it's Khylin Rhambo. It's one of those.
Instagram's where it's at, is what you're saying.
Yeah, Instagram's where it's at. Though, you know.
I agree.
Just
I
hit
agree.
me up on Instagram.
Ryan, where
Will
can we
do.
find you other than hashtag reality high?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
You
watch
guys,
that.
I'm tearing up. I really loved being a part of the show, and I loved everyone's support and everything that I do. We'll miss you, and you can find me at Ryan Malaty everywhere. There is a Netflix film that I just did called #Reality High. You can check that out. Got a series coming out soon called My Dead Ex, and you can find me back here about once a month on Game of Thrones Weekly.
Yeah, me too.
So stay in touch. We love you. We miss you, and can't wait to see what the future has to hold for all of us.
Guys, thanks so much for watching us over the years. Your support means so much, and I hope that you watch all of our shows here at AfterBuzz TV and continue watching Ryan and I on Game of Thrones Weekly, and you're going to see Kylan on the spinoff, obviously. And Elena on American Horror Stories. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks so much. We'll see you on other AfterBuzz TV shows and on our Instagrams. Bye. Love you.
Bye, guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.